Presence, 2024, a cinematic experiment in camera-conscious storytelling. Imagine a film where the camera itself feels like a character, not just an observer, but a participant in the story's unfolding events. Steven Soderbergh's Presence is precisely that, a bold and experimental piece of filmmaking that places the audience within the perspective of an unseen entity, challenging traditional notions of narrative and perspective. Co-written with screenwriter David Koepp, the film blurs the boundaries between the observer and the observed, offering a thrilling exploration of what it means to experience a story through the eyes or lens of a ghost. The setup: an empty house and a family on the brink. The film opens with a quiet prologue. The camera drifts weightlessly through the corridors of an old mansion, gliding up staircases and through empty rooms. This initial sequence establishes the house not just as a setting, but as a character of its own, an isolated, enigmatic space with secrets to reveal. The calm is soon interrupted by the arrival of a realtor, Julia Fox, who is showing the property to a family of 4. Through fragmented conversations captured by the roaming camera, we piece together the family's story. Teenager Chloe is grappling with the sudden and devastating loss of her best friend, a tragedy that has left its mark on the entire family. Her parents' strained relationship, already fraught with tension, is further destabilized by their grief. Meanwhile, Chloe's younger brother navigates his own anxieties, often overshadowed by the family's broader turmoil. From the outset, Chloe senses a supernatural presence within the house, one she believes to be her departed friend. For the audience, however, the unseen presence seems to merge with the camera itself, creating a duality that drives the film's eerie atmosphere. The ghost in the lens, a unique perspective. Presence builds on a lineage of films that play with unconventional points of view, from Lady in the Lake, 1947, to Enter the Void, 2009. What sets Soderbergh's film apart is its deliberate ambiguity. The camera does not merely observe, but interacts, creating moments that suggest a ghostly force is influencing events. One standout scene occurs when Chloe's books are mysteriously rearranged on her desk while she showers. The deliberate, methodical movement captured by the camera suggests an unseen hand at work, yet the viewer is left questioning whether this is truly the ghost of Chloe's friend, or the camera itself, acting as an embodiment of narrative causality. This tension reaches its peak during a pivotal sequence in which Chloe's would-be boyfriend spikes her orange juice with a sedative. The camera moves toward the glass, almost willing it to fall and shatter on the floor. Is this the ghost protecting Chloe? Or is it the hand of the director ensuring the plot doesn't progress too quickly? Soderbergh masterfully uses these moments to keep the audience on edge, inviting us to question the very mechanics of storytelling. Themes of agency and expectation. At its core, Presence wrestles with a central dilemma of modern cinema. Does the camera dictate the events of the story, or do the events shape the camera's movements? Hitchcock's Frenzy famously toyed with this idea, and Soderbergh takes it a step further by potentially merging the camera with the ghost. This ambiguity forces viewers to confront the ghost in the machine, the invisible hand that guides every film's narrative structure. Chloe's growing awareness of the presence in the house mirrors the audience's own grappling with the film's unique perspective. Her belief that the ghost is her friend serves as a poignant emotional anchor, grounding the story in human experience even as the film's conceit plays with abstraction. The limitations of experimentation. While the film's conceptual brilliance is undeniable, its execution occasionally falters. The characters, while serviceable as archetypes, lack the depth that might elevate the narrative's emotional stakes. The performances sometimes feel stilted, and the staging leans into artifice, undermining the naturalism that the film's conceit demands. These shortcomings, however, are minor blemishes in an otherwise bold and invigorating work. A finale beyond the frame. The film's final sequence breaks its self-imposed rule, venturing outside the house for the first time. The camera rises above the mansion, offering a sweeping view of the surrounding landscape. This departure serves as both a narrative release and a thematic conclusion, symbolizing the ghost's liberation, or perhaps the audience's escape from the confines of the experiment. Conclusion: a bold experiment. Presence is more than just a film, it's a statement on the power of perspective in cinema. By placing the audience in the body of a ghost, or perhaps the mind of the narrative itself, Soderbergh challenges us to rethink the relationship between the observer and the story. Though its character work and staging may occasionally falter, the film's audacious approach to storytelling ensures its place as a fascinating entry in the canon of experimental cinema. For viewers willing to engage with its unique conceit, Presence offers an unforgettable experience, a haunting reminder that in cinema, as in life, the act of observation is never entirely passive.